Midday, Kentucky, everyone. I am in the kitchen again with Miss Allison Davis here at Wild Thyme. And Allison, we've been working with healthy farmers market, right
farm
straight
to table.
Yes,
yeah.
love it. So what do you have for us today? This looks absolutely delicious already.
All right, so before we started shooting, I was asking you if you'd heard of this sandwich, and I said, well, clearly you're not from the South.
I'm not.
She's like, no, I'm not. I was like, it's okay, we won't hold that against you.
Thank you.
But if you are from the South, you know all about a tomato mayonnaise sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
That's not exactly what we're doing here, but this is kind of a play on that. This is an open-faced sandwich, but we're, instead of using a mayonnaise base, we're using kind of a cream cheese cucumber spread.
Oh, nice.
So in a way, this is kind of a Kentucky, two southern dishes combined into one, because Kentucky's known for those Benedictine sandwiches, right?
Yes,
Which has got the cucumber and flavors. But then it's got an open-faced tomato with some basically toasted bread.
Nice.
We can go ahead and pull those off.
Okay.
But we just took a little butter in the pan and just seared off the bread just to get it nice and toasty, and it's going to soak up that butter, and it's just going to be delicious. What I'm doing now is just making this bit of a cream cheese spread. So I've got some medium diced cucumbers, got a little green onion. We're going to go in with some fresh dill and some mint. So I love, again, using fresh herbs. I think that's kind of been more the theme of anything, is just the combination of fresh herbs in all of our dishes.
And you've been using, I mean, you've had a wide variety of, you've been using mint and basil, dill, parsley, you've had just about everything.
Oregano. Yeah, the only thing we really haven't used this week is sage.
Yeah.
And honestly, sage and rosemary are very hearty herbs, as I like to call them, and they have a very strong flavor to where sometimes they overpower other dishes. So I like to kind of stay with more of the lighter herbs, like your mint, your dill, your parsley, your cilantro, this time of year for sure.
Good to know.
We're going to just do a nice little chop of our mint and our dill.
Okay.
And then I'm going to slice up the tomatoes. I've got a beautiful heirloom tomato here, and if you can get them fresh from the garden, I'm telling you, there is nothing better. Some of those at the farmer's market, of course, you know, are wonderful because they are fresh garden picked. But I don't know, there's something about being able to go outside to my garden and pick my own
it right off of there.
tomato, come back in, slice it, and enjoy it.
Exactly.
So, and you can grow a tomato plant anywhere. I mean, my grandmother had them in buckets on her porch when I was growing up, just in big paint buckets. So yeah, they grow very easily, and there's not a lot of upkeep or anything you really have to do with them. So, all right, so we've got our mint and our dill.
Okay.
Gonna go with a little salt and pepper. Everything I season, you know, with salt and pepper. And then we're gonna thin this out with just a tiny bit of fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
So we're going to juice this guy up. And then we're going to mix this all together, and then this is going to be the spread that goes on our sandwiches.
Nice.
Right?
It's so healthy. It's just so easy, too. I mean, you make it look so easy.
Well, it really is. I mean, who was I talking to just the other day, and they were talking about, you know, the difficulty of cooking and, you know, knowing what to cook when and how to. I said, you know, really, it's not complicated if you start with really good ingredients.
Yeah.
And it should be, honestly, like, simplified. The less is more. That's always my go-to motto when I'm cooking, because you don't have to overcomplicate it with a million spices or 500 ingredients. It just needs to be good quality to start with.
Well, I think that's what people are really craving right now, really looking for.
Yeah, definitely. We were saying, like, farm to table is hip, and that's
it's
what's
very
popular.
cool. Especially here in Lexington, too.
Yeah, so we're going to take this spread, and we're going to start to kind of layer that, you know, on our bread.
I can help you do that.
Yep, go ahead and do that.
All right.
And while I'm doing that, or she's doing that, I'm going to cut up our heirloom tomato. A little bit of a fresh tomato slice. We're going to lay that guy on top. You could
at
honestly
that.
even put these back in the oven if you wanted to kind of melt that
Ooh,
cream cheese a
yeah.
little bit. And
Yum.
then I always start, I always will season my tomato just a little bit with that salt and pepper. It's going to pull some of that moisture, and then that salt and pepper is going to settle right into it, and it's
Nice.
just so nicely seasoned.
Wonderful. Looks fantastic, Allison, as usual.
Thank you.
Well, for this recipe and many other recipes, go to our website at WTVQ.com/Midday Kentucky. Look for that recipes tab. That's where you're going to find it. Or you can go to Allison's website at wildtimecooking.com. And we will be right back right after this short break.